flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant. At day 7, Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome everybody to the iRacing World 200. This is sponsored by Facebook.com, iRacing World. Check them out, please. It'd be awesome. Looking forward to tonight's race. We are live here in the beautiful, well, city of Homestead, Miami. And it should be a good race. The track, very hot, very temperamental track. Tires are going to give out very early. This is going to be a fun race to watch these tires wear and watch these drivers at the same time to see how they go about attacking this track. We was just here a few weeks ago for another league, and when I say the times fall off, I mean they literally fall off. Probably one of the biggest fall offs we see at any track. Within 10 laps, they're over by a second slower than our fastest lap. Real fast, let's get a look at the weather. Track info. There you go on your screen. Track temp right at 105 degrees. I believe it's at 106 to be honest. Just a little bit warmer than what it shows on this mile-and-a-half track. And like I said, it should be fun. Wind direction 2 miles an hour out of the north, so that's not going to be a factor, but clear skies. So a lot of sun shining down on the track right now, and these drivers are starting to feel the effect. Right now, James Curl fastest in practice. Chris Gutierrez currently second, and Jim Ott currently third. And also, this is a new league we broadcast. This is the only race we'll be broadcasting, I believe. But this is a cool league. We're going to talk to the owner here in a few moments after he gets the driver introductions and stuff like that, or driver talks to the driver intros and stuff like that, talk to them about the rules and all that stuff. Anyway, you're going to notice a lot of names in here that we broadcasted in the past. There's Brady Briggs in here, Adam Maddox is in here, Chris Stump is in here. I mean, we've broadcasted a lot of these guys. Chris Gutierrez, we broadcasted him. Jamie Christensen, Tommy Hayes. Well, I mean, we broadcasted a bunch of these guys, and we still broadcast Adam Maddox's league on Wednesday nights at the Sim Racing Short Tracker. So, I don't know, man. This race is going to be fun. Of course, this is the Xfinity Series that these guys are racing in. I got word today that the reason why they're racing here is because this was voted on the Facebook page, and they chose the car and track combination, and there is a payout for this race. I know these guys have a big race coming up on December, I believe the 9th, I believe. But this is a big payout race. Top 3 spots get paid. So it's cool for them. Qualifying right now, getting underway. So they will be heading out here right now, it looks like. Adam Maddox out on track in the number 94 car. You can see him rolling around the access road. That's another big factor of this track. If you don't know, the access road, if we have green flag pit stops, you have to enter even under caution, you have to enter on the access road going into turn 3. Right there's the access road. You got to be below that white and yellow line and go all the way around the bottom of the track, and that is very slippery and it can cause you to lose traction and spin out. We've seen a couple guys in a championship race, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, and they had some trouble with the access road and spinning out and stuff like that. So we'll see if that becomes a factor or not. So this is qualifying. Let's hop on board with the 94 car and ride around Homestead, Miami as he comes to the green flag. Automatic's very talented in the super late models and late models. We'll see if he can do it here tonight in the Xfinity Series. And one thing that's going to be interesting is you see where he's running. Some guys are going to be trying to get it on the bottom, but I'm going to be honest, this line should move up a little bit more as well once more guys start to put some rubber down during the race. But Automatic's going to qualify in second at the moment with a 30.913. Right now, Jim Mott, top of the board. Let's see who, here we go, James Curl was the fastest in practice. We can't see his paint for some reason. For some reason, if people save their paints as a TGA, you can't save it as a 32-bit. It only works as a 24. So if anybody's watching, just remember that if you make paints. It can't be one problem. Anyway. It's only a problem, by the way, if you're a spectator. Usually if you're actually not a spectator in the session, it works. But so James Curl out on track in the number 21. This is going to be a fun lap. We should expect him to jump up to the top of the board from what we see in practice. Actually, he made a small mistake, so he's probably going to reset, which could be big for him. So we'll jump over to Waylon McConnell in the number 75 Harley Davidson Chevrolet. Coming out of turn 4. And Waylon will qualify in the 9th spot. At the moment, it is Daniel Falkingham on top of the board. Trey Hoofler is second at the moment. It's a little bit different time than what we see him put down. Let's see, Gregory Seeger had just completed the lap. He is currently 17. I think we got 26 drivers, I believe is what we have here. We'll go back over to watch James Curl once again and see if he can complete his lap. We are expecting him to put down a solid lap. This is a 15-minute qualifying session, but it's only 2 laps each. So, like I said, we're going to talk to the owner here in just a few moments. Race control, I guess. Cameron Colby will be bringing him in, talking to him as James will start his green flag lap once again. And actually, it puts him first, so I lied. 30.591, fastest we've seen all night. John Peterson out on track in the number 20 car. Coming through turns 3 and 4. I believe he's about the only one that's left to qualify. We've got one other car out there, but has already put down a lap. And the 20 car gets into the wall and will be resetting. Here comes the 23 VRS Chevrolet. Already has put down a lap. We'll see if he gets better on his. I believe this is his. Okay, so he's actually just out there practicing now, so he has already qualified with the 31.181, currently sits 20th right now on the board. So basically we're just waiting on John to finish up his lap, and it looks like everybody has qualified with the exception of 3 other guys. Kenneth McCollin, and David in the 53, who I'm not going to pronounce his last name, but I'll butcher it. Tony Boyd has yet to qualify, and Adam Novak has just put down a lap. Oh, the 20 gets sideways coming off turn 2. We're going to see that a lot tonight. A lot of guys basically trying to run at full throttle. And it looks like you can, but there's just too much wheel spin. That's the second time we see the 20 do that, and it looks like that will end his qualifying run. So he's going to cross the start-finish line and not be able to complete a lap, don't look like. So everybody looks like they've qualified. Kenneth McCollin actually going out on track. And then number 27, Realtree. He may actually be resetting. Oh, there he goes. Kenneth's going to try to jump up to the top of the board. Right now, your top 3, James Curl, Daniel Falkingham, Trey Hoovler, and fourth place, Jim Ott. Chris Stump currently 5th. Tommy Hayes 6th. Adam Maddox is in 7th. Danny Rogers currently 8th. Jason McConnell, Jonathan Mazzella, and Waylon McConnell currently your top 10. It was good, George. How was your Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, by the way. Hope y'all had a good holiday weekend and got fat. Or holiday week and got fat, should I say. Mine was alright, though. 27 going to get loose. Saves it. But mine was good. It would have been a little bit better. I'm still a little sick. I had a bad head cold. So it could have been better, but, you know. Can't complain. It looks like Kenneth McConnell going to qualify in the 23rd spot. He actually got loose again coming off turn 2 and may have got some of the grass, so I don't think this lap will count for him at all at the moment. By the way, this race, 133 laps in the B-Class car here at Homestead. As it looks like that's going to wrap up possibly qualifying. And we will get ready to set the field for set the grid for the start of this race. As it looks like at the moment, James Curl will be your pole sitter most likely. And by quite a bit actually, almost a 10th over second place, Daniel Falkingham in the 82. Trey Hoovler currently in 3rd. Best lap for him was a 30.746. He was 1.5 tenths off the top time. There is one guy that I haven't seen. Oh, there he is. Chris Gutierrez back in 15th. I expect a little bit more from him for that. He was second fastest in the practice, and that lap nowhere near the time he put down in practice, so we'll see it's a 36 to make his way up through the field. There's a couple guys that should work their way up and have a good chance. I know these guys got a big race, though, like I said, coming up on December 9th. They will be broadcasted by Max Speed TV for Toys for Tots. So what I want to do right now is bring in Cameron Colby, and we'll talk to him. Hey, Cameron, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, so far, good crowd here tonight. Looks like you got about 27 or so drivers. Tell us a little bit about your league.
Basically, we run a league that hosts cash payout races. There's typically a buy-in for each race. You would pay that, and that will go into the payout pool, and we pay out the top 3 positions for the finishing positions.
Yeah, I really don't mind that. I know a lot of people don't like the whole idea of payout. I don't mind it because it makes you like real racing. You got to pay into real cars, so I like it. And plus, it gives people a chance to win something. So, when did this league start? Is this the first year? What do you have coming up that you can tell us?
We have only been open for about 3 or 4 months now. I just kind of had this idea on a whim and thought I'd give it a shot, and we've just kind of ran with it. We've got a race coming up on December 9th. It's a benefit race for Toys for Tots. 100% of the buy-in fee is going to go to the Toys for Tots Foundation to help with kids' Christmases who otherwise wouldn't have a Christmas.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You know, I don't know if you know, but we raised so far this year 2,000 for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, or well, a little under 2,000 for Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation on trackside. So I love the fact that we're seeing other people as well, especially you raising something, raising money for something like that. That is important. So, man, you look like you got a good turnout tonight. Do you have a favorite that you think could win this race?
To be honest, man, I think it's a wild card because the track's so slick. It seems like everybody is just all over the place, and it's probably just going to be able to the winner's probably going to be the one that can hang on the longest.
Yeah, I agree. It looked like it was very slick in practice. I'm the same way. I really don't have a favorite. I mean, there's James Curl's looking tough, but it's going to be can he be able to keep it out of the wall for 133 laps? So, all right, man. Good catching up with you. Anybody that wants to join, how can they go about joining?
Just look us up on Facebook. We have a group called iRacing Weekend Warriors. Just request to join. There's a couple questions you need to answer, and I'll get you approved.
All right, buddy. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for letting me broadcast this. It should be a fun race. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. So that was Cameron Colby. Make sure y'all check that out on Facebook. And like he mentioned, there is a buy-in, but it is a way for, to make some money extra. I mean, they pay out for the top 3 spots, which is very cool. And honestly, the race on December 9th is broadcasted. And usually I don't shout out a ton of broadcasters. Y'all know that. But there's a couple I do. But MaxB TV is a really good broadcast. He does a great job on running it. So check them out. It's going to be broadcasted on MaxB TV. And the money's going to be for Toys for Tots. I'll check it out for sure because I think it's a cool little thing that they're doing, and hopefully it does raise a lot of money so it can help kids. I know that's pretty important, especially anymore. So thank you for Cameron for doing that. I know there's a lot of work that's been going into it. So all right, guys, and also by the way, iRacing World, check them out on Facebook. There's a link in the description. Hey, leftover food's the best though. I can't even lie about that. I love Thanksgiving whenever leftover food. Heck yeah. I've already had turkey sandwiches and everything, man. Alright, so we got about a minute or so left here before we get ready to go. He was going over the driver's rules and stuff like that a few moments ago. I will say there is one fast repair for these guys. There is no incident limit, but I'm going to be honest. After some of these guys, we're going to see some cautions early on. We've seen it in practice. We see guys sliding literally all over the place. This track is very hot, very slick. And I've said this before, I'm not the biggest fan of Homestead, but I cannot deny how tough this place is to drive. This is probably one of the toughest mile and a halves to drive on the entire NASCAR circuit, with the exception of some. But this is a very, very tough track. This one in Darlington really come to mind as the toughest place to learn how to drive. Not everybody could drive this track, so it's going to be fun to see if or who could tame this track. As I mentioned, James Curl currently on the pole. Looks like he's definitely got it. Daniel Fockingham will be starting in second place alongside him. So there's your top runners. And if I was to really pick a favorite, it's got to go to James Curl. Just because of lap time. Like I said, I don't know a ton of these guys in here, but if I was going to pick a favorite, that's who it would be to win. But I'm really anxious to see something like what Chris Gutierrez can do in that 36 car, starting 15th. We know he's faster than a 15th place car. We've seen it in practice. I was looking at the times earlier, and really he was balanced with James over the longer runs when they did run long runs. So it's going to be fun to see. So, qualifying coming to an end, and the grid is set as we get ready to go 133 laps here in Miami for the iRacing Weekend Warriors, the iRacing World 200, about to get underway as the grid starts to grid up on pit road. There you have them. You can see them there. And I gotta fix something, guys. Y'all know me. I always forget to fix something. Alright, so here we go. Ford Mustang pace car going to lead these guys off the track. A lot of cars here tonight, though. 26, I believe, is what we're seeing. So it's gonna be a fun time. All right, here we go. I think everybody's just about grid. There's a couple cars we're waiting on the grid. We'll roll off. And remember, the biggest thing on this track is pit road. My personal opinion, I said this last time we broadcasted here, this race will be won and lost on pit road. If you have good stops all night, you got a chance to have something. We know how tough pit road is here. Got to enter on the backstretch, pretty much, going into turn 3. And it is very slick. So cars are starting to roll. As we wait for the Ford Mustang pace car to roll, there it goes. And here they come. All the guys coming out to try to win some cash tonight. Here in the weekend series. Alright, getting ready to go green. As James Curl will bring us to the green flag. See how many actually is out there. 26 cars out on track. I'm sorry, 25 cars is out on track. We got a couple that did not start. Pace car pulls in. The green flag is out. We're off to racing here for the iRacing Weekend Warriors League. iRacing World 200 underway here at Homestead, Miami. And already up front, it is 2x2. As that third place car, number 90, Trey Booker, good run as James Curl takes the lead. And behind these guys, restart's going to be insane tonight. We've seen them here in the past, they're always insane. Up front, battle for the lead. Here comes that 82. Daniel trying to take the lead on the inside. We'll see if the 21 gets to run out, and who will lead the first lap. It will go to the number 82. Daniel Falkingham will lead the race here, going back down into turn 1. Still up front for the battle for the top spot. 21. James Curl takes the lead, and will keep the lead this time. Back towards the back, you can see on platform position way back here. It is the 74, the 36, the 39, and the 9. The 74 is into the wall. That's Wesley Whitfield. Scrapes the wall a little bit. The 39 now starting to work his way up. That is Brent Bridgers into number 39 Toyota. Riding on board with him. Right behind Chris Gutierrez. As we are pretty much now single file throughout the entire field, with the exception of these guys back here. Right behind him, Jamie Christensen starting to work his way up into number 88. Toyota, about alongside the 23 Chevrolet. This is with the hot squeeze for that number 9 car. Brady Briggs slides up in front of the 74. Here comes the 23. Underneath Christensen for the 16th spot. And it looks like that Jamie's going to be able to hold on for now. Up towards the front, Danny Rogers in the number 5 car. Currently in 8th. Started in 8th as well. Right now running behind that number 5, or 75, Waylon McConnell. Waylon's getting a big run here on Chris Thump. It looks like Chris is going to fall back a little bit now. Chris is on that inside line. He's going to try to slide up in front of the 5, and the 5 does cut him a break. So Danny Rogers lets 35 in, but here comes that high line start to play it back. We got another car back to the wall behind the guys. Looks like CJ Gates got into the wall in the number 13 car. Also got a blink, so like blinking up in front. Looks like Chris Gutierrez have a little bit of connection issue, but looks like he's okay. And let's see what's going on. Here we go. 114, Jason McConnell. Battling Adam Maddox. Maddox underneath. And Maddox will fall back to the 10th spot right behind Jason McConnell in that Toyota. A lot of Toyotas in this race. I haven't seen many Fords though. There's one right there. The 36. The Ford is about all I really see. Jim Ott all on the back bumper right now of this number 90 car. So a big spot could be gained as we are now lap number 8 of 133. We got a car I heard sliding into the wall. We might have a caution coming out. Big wreck. Adam Maddox involved. Who else is in that? The 36 Chris Gutierrez involved. Let's see what happened. The 93 went to put a pass on Adam Maddox, and was there contact between the two? Yes, there was. Oh. The 88, Jamie Christensen, also involved. Looks like he blew up. Let's get another look at this from a different view. You be the judge. What happened? Kind of looked like a racing deal. Looked like one was coming up, one was going down. 36, nowhere to go. Jamie Christensen, nowhere to go as well. And so I think somebody else might have gotten to Jamie here as well. Let's see. No, I thought somebody else got into him. So the first caution comes out of the night. And these guys already going to come down pit road. You can see the access road we was talking about, as you see some other cars as well. And here they come. Here comes James Curl, about to slide into his pit box. This could be a big race off pit road. That 82 there as well. Tires are up. And we had, well, some cars took 2, but that was just the cars that blew up. The 21 wins the race off pit road fairly easy with a 13.9 second stop. We did have one car stay out. Gregory Seeger, I believe he will be coming back down probably. Alright, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back right after this.
The car behind me is my Chili Bowl midget, the one that I won the Chili Bowl with. And what's interesting about that is it's actually the car that iRacing scanned that's going to be available to all the iRacing members out there.
Welcome back to iRacing World 200, iRacing Weekend Warriors here at Homestead. Up front, James Curl. And I know you've probably seen that commercial and have, I don't know if you all read the updates or not. You can find more about this on their Facebook page, iRacing World. I'm sure they posted it on there as well. It's pretty cool. The update that's coming out here soon. We got the GRC coming out, the Rallycross stuff, Global Rallycross. Really looking forward to that. We got the animation pit crews hopefully coming out. I mean, they got so much stuff to work with iRacing, and it's really cool to see it, and to be here to see what all they're putting in. So I'm really looking forward to all this. Hopefully that will be out in December. Of course, you got the iRacing, or I'm sorry, the midget cars coming out as well. Not the iRacing midgets, but the iRacing cars coming out as well, or the midget racing cars coming out as well. It should be fun. So the pace car about to drop in. We're going to go high above and watch this restart as the pace car pulls down. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here in Homestead, Miami. And that time, pretty clear jump for the 21 car. Here comes the 90. Trey Hugler will take away that second spot. No, he will not. I lied. Daniel Hockingham falls back into second. That's 75. Layla McConnell running that super high line. Started in 11th, now up to 5th place. Great stop last time when he stopped, 14.5 second stop. And we're going to see these guys on pit road every time there's a yellow. I do know that there's actually two groups right now, which is kind of weird. You got this group right here, and then a little bit further behind, you got this group. Being led by Brady Briggs and 14th on back. Here comes Jim Ott. Looking for 4th place in that number 3 car. And it looks like that higher line going to help the 90 right now. Trey be able to hold on to 4th place, or 3rd place, I apologize. He's going back to the bottom this time, trying to get underneath the 90. Got Monster Energy Toyota. And it looks like he's got a chance to take over 3rd. This is going to get bad. Oh, squeeze it up in front of him. That could have been bad. Trey now under attack for 4th. Waylon McConnell. That was a big break that the 90 just cut to 3. You all seen it. He probably lifted a little bit, not to get into him and turn him. That could have been bad for the 3 car. So, Trey loses 2 spots. He goes from 3rd to 5th. And he's still actually under attack right now from the 5 car, Danny Rogers, 5th place. Up front, though, is James Curl and Daniel in that 82 still running almost identical times. Jim Ott, though, was the fastest last time by. And he's actually starting to run down 2nd place now as we go into turn number 3. I'm hoping we get a long run in. I really want to see what these cars can do. We've been 9 laps so far on this set of tires now. It's not counting the pace laps, or that is counting the pace laps. And already we've fallen off about 5/10 faster than where we normally was. With the exception of this 3 car, he's only about 3/10 slower than his best lap. Everybody else right now pretty slow compared to where they originally qualified or with fresher tires. It is still about 2 groups actually that is broken off here. Brady Briggs still leading the second group. Right now, though, we're watching the battle for second spot. Jim Ott trying to take over that spot. These guys are going to be starting to search around here very soon to try to find more grip. We're going to start seeing cars slide around just a little bit. And just to let you all know, we do have two cars, one lap down, that is racing each other. We got Jamie Christian and Chris Gutierrez one lap down. And Jamie right now in front by about 2/10, so he's trying to hold on that. Hope a caution comes out so he can get the lucky dog. Alright, so it looks like that battle's kind of calmed down. Let's go back to the 6th spot. The 35, Chris Stump takes away 6 from Danny Rogers. Last time out on the track, the fastest car was Chris Gutierrez back in 25th. No, I lied. James Curl just put down the fastest lap a moment ago. Then it was Gutierrez. So far, James Curl has led 20 laps out of the 24 that we have ran or just crossed. Cars should be starting to get a handful to drive now that we are 14 laps in this run, and it looks like 4th place just got in the wall. Waylon McConnell did get into the wall, so he's going to lose 4th to the 90 car. Here comes the 3. Here's what makes this place so tough. We're sitting here watching the 3, and it looks like he's obvious faster. It does. I mean, it looks like he's, way faster. But he's got to get around this 82. And that's where it becomes a problem, because it is so tough to pass here. And I don't know if he's going to be able to pass on the low side. I think he's going to have to get around on the high side and get to his outside. So, if you're the 3, how do you go about approaching that? Unless you wait for the 82 to possibly make a mistake. So, what he's kind of doing is trying to figure out where he's better than this 82. Now, he could use that to his advantage and try to make the pass there. And right there, it looks like he's a little bit better going into 3 and the center of 3 and 4. On exit, it kind of looks like it's about even. Maybe the 82 has a slight advantage. But it looks like the entrance to 3 and 4 is where the 3 is a lot faster than the 82. And you can see the gap. It's 0.166 between both of these cars. As we go back down into turn 3, you'll see it here once again. The gap really didn't close up as much that time. There you see the 39 or 35, I'm sorry. Chris Stump fighting a loose race car. She looks underneath the 90. Trey Hooler and Chris Stump. Looks like he may be able to take this spot away. He does. A little bit further back. Danny Rogers trying to hold off the 93. Jonathan trying to make a move up and take over the 6th spot. And that high line paying off. And it looks like the 93 not going to be able to get there just yet. Want to mention, here's a big battle for the lucky dog spot. Gutierrez trying to hold off the 88 of Jamie Christensen, who's underneath right now. And it looks like Gutierrez will hold off, for now, the 88. And these guys are only, they got a pretty good lead over the other cars, the leaders, so they shouldn't have to worry about going a lap down anytime soon. They're right in the middle of both of these big packs that we talked about earlier. Here comes the 114 of Jason McConnell. Not going to be able to get around just yet. Out front, James Curl has been all him so far. Only lap he hasn't led was the first one, and a couple laps under caution. Other than that, he's been the man to beat. 28 laps led here in Homestead, Miami. Definitely was the fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying. Right now looking like he's the fastest in the race, as all these other guys try to close in and catch him. Here comes the 93 once again underneath Rogers in that number 5. And you can see what I was talking about, how tough it is to pass. The 93 looks faster, but there you go. It is so hard to be able to get a run on someone unless they make a mistake, or unless you get to the outside. 93 gets into the wall. And Jason McConnell goes around, and he will fall back a little bit. Now here's this battle as well. 39. Brett Bridges trying to get around Waylon McConnell. It's a pretty good group of 5. Peter Norquay leading this for 9th place. 75, you see, with a little bit of damage as well. Let's check on that 75's damage and see if we can actually see quite a bit. He's probably going to be taking a fast repair once he hits pit road. We're only probably about 6 laps from pit road. We know we could go more laps than that on gas, but with tires going to be such a big issue, we're probably going to see these guys actually pit sooner than later. By the way, guys, I know it shows lap 1 or 35 of 126. This race is 133 laps. That is just the ATVO program adjusted to the time limit that they have, and that's what it thinks it's going to be, but it is 133, and they should be done in plenty of time. So that'll fix, don't worry. That's just the program itself doing it. Once again, this is the iRacing Drivers World. I'm sorry, the iRacing World 200 for the iRacing Weekend Warriors. Check them out on Facebook, iRacingWorld.com, or iRacing World on Facebook. And also, remember, December 9th, Toys for Tots will be broadcast on Max Speed TV December 9th. That all the money for that race goes to Toys for Tots to try to get kids Christmas presents that do not or cannot afford it. We talked to the admin of this league when we came on air, Cameron Colby, very good guy, and he set all this up. And honestly, this was kind of a last-second broadcast for us. We talked to him earlier this week, and we set it up. And yeah, you know, I really wasn't planning on broadcasting it, but I kind of had an idea what kind of guy he was. Whenever, you know, he mentioned that there's contact at 39. This is going to cause a caution. 74 is around. Wesley Whitfield goes around. Nowhere to go for him. The 17 may have made contact with the 39. Yep, he did. And that's what caused the caution. These guys are going to have to work back around. But yeah, as I mentioned, he seems like a really good guy, and we had to take it. So pit road's going to be open. You can see what I was talking about by the access road. Here they come. very careful not to speed here on pit road. Ooh, the 39 about killed the wall. And there you go. Tires are up on the leaders. Should be 4 tire stop for everyone. I would expect nothing else. It looks like Chris Gutierrez, by the way, should get the wave around as we are down and away. And the 82, Daniel Falkingham, wins the race off pit road. We'll take a break. Be right back right after this, live from Homestead. Welcome back to the iRacing World 200. This is the iRacing Weekend Warriors League. If you all are interested, check them out, iRacing World. And I'm sure some details on there about these guys. This is a buy-in league. And you can come in here and win some cash. Top 3 gets payouts. Right now, that 82. Happy to be out front, as you never know. He's looking to be in the money and win some cash here tonight, as he is out front leading James Curl. That was a big stop for that 82. Let's see what happens as pace car pulls in. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here once again. That 21 got caught sleeping just a little bit on that restart. Here comes the 90 now, looking to the inside of the 21. That's what these guys need to do. They need to try to force James Curl back a little bit, because right now he's been the car to beat. Don't look like that's going to happen right now, though. And we are watching the battle for third. Jim Ott looking underneath the 90 car. 3 wide behind them. Will it work? So far, yes, but it looks like the 23. Peter Norquake, what do we want to benefit? Well, not really. He knows it's not benefit. He actually loses more than he gains. Jim Ott takes away third, by the way, from the number 90, Trey Hoofler. And caution flag. Goes back out on the speedway. And we got cars flipping upside down. That looks like Adam Maddox once again involved in a race, and that probably would his not. See what happened. This is your replay. Go back up a little, get like this. This was right in front of Brady Briggs. Contact between the 9 and the 94. And there you go. The 20, nowhere to go. And wait a minute. John Peters. Who else is in that? Jamie Christensen looks like he made it out without a scratch. So 74 got some damage as well. Wesley Whitfield. So some cars coming down, some cars staying out. Well, it's going to be interesting. Will the 90 get a black flag for that? He was showing that he's coming down pit road. I don't know if you pull out a line. I don't know if that will be a black flag or not for the 90. We'll have to wait and see. But one thing this did, put James Curl back a few spots. He is on pit road. I got you, don't worry. I'll definitely talk about it here soon. And howdy, Royce. How you doing, buddy? CJ Gates, you said was your dad? There you go. Got a little bit of damage right now, but got a lot of that fixed. Should be okay. He's actually up a lot more spots, but now he's back in 20th from what I'm showing. He started 13th. Does got a little bit of damage though. I know that logo. His back end's got a little bit of damage too. He'll probably have to come back in and fix some of that. We seen him actually a few moments ago. He was actually doing really good, and he got to the wall. What turn was that? We seen it out of 3 and 4, scraped the wall on the passenger side. Right now, he's now up to 18, so a couple cars did pit. Make that 17, make that, yeah, 17, so he's getting back in line where he should be. So 17's right now. And actually, looking at his lap times, he's got a pretty fast lap time. He's not much slower than our top guys. 31.3. We'll see if he can improve on that. He's going to have to get it up just a little bit. He has been on pit road 3 times, and he did take a little bit of damage repair on that last stop. So we'll be watching him. Don't worry, we'll definitely check in back with him once again. I think we're about to double back up. Yes, we are. We're doubling back up. And it looks like we're about to go green this time. Fastest lap so far in the race, by the way, if anybody was wondering. James Curl with the 30.954. And yes, I said 30. That is the only car that's in the 30s, but he's actually got to restart quite a bit of ways back in 10, so row 5. From what I'm seeing. Yeah, he'll be starting right above the 11 car. Brett Elmore. So the pace car pulls off. The green flag is out. And Daniel Tockingham will take the lead. You said your dad was number 13. Let's check on him. It's right on board with him. Oh, there's a wreck. We're going to ride through it with him. That's the 5, and it looks like the 14. Woo, that was fun. Was not expecting that one. Danny Rogers, however, involved. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Danny Rogers comes up. Looks like. Was not expected to run from the 114 car. I don't know. It could have went both ways, I guess. I mean, the 5 probably shouldn't have came up yet. The 114, really, I didn't see nothing wrong with what he did. He had a big run. Yeah, he could have let up a little bit. So caution comes back out once again. That will be our third caution, fourth caution now. So far for 11 laps. So, just looking. That was pretty fun. I've never been in many cars that, on board mini cars, where the caution actually happened when it was live. So that's pretty cool. Not good for the guys that wrecked, but you know. So it looks like a couple guys coming up pit road. Actually, it just looked like one Justin Spear coming up pit road in the number 7 car, and he about missed his pit box. There he goes. You seen the orange sign, I think, and it got him confused. Jamie Christensen on pit road. Not much of a surprise to see him on pit road. Let's see, Jason McConnell on pit road. It looks like all that's all on pit road this time. So, trying to see who got the lucky dog, and it is Chris Gutierrez. And the number 36 gets the lucky dog, and we'll go around. 50 laps done so far out of 133. If you're just now joining us, this is the iRacing Weekend Warriors. We spoke to the owner and at race control, Cameron Colby, at the start of the race, and he mentioned that anybody could get on this. It is a buy-in race, so you got to pay money to race in it. But the reason why it's a buy-in race is there is payouts. Top 3 spots get a payout, so you can earn some extra money if you're good enough. And just being honest, there's some really good drivers in here, but I do like the idea of it. I think it's pretty cool. But they got a cool thing coming up on December 9th. The iRacing Toys for Tots 200. Broadcasted on Max Speed TV. December 9th. And all the money from that will actually go to the Toys for Tots program to try to raise money for children without Christmas gifts or anything like that. So that's really awesome that they're doing that. Also, guys, don't forget, we'll be back live here again on Monday. The Red Light Racing Series, we'll be back with them once again. We had a great race last week with them guys. It was fun to watch. And then we will be back on Wednesday for the Sim Racing Short Trackers. We actually missed this race this week for Sim Racing Short Trackers because of Thanksgiving. So we'll be back with them guys this Wednesday as well. This Monday I mentioned Red Light Racing Series. That's going to be a fun race. We should see some throwback paint schemes. That will be in the Cup car at Darlington Motor Speedway. And I believe that is at 100 laps, I believe. 90 laps. So it's a 90 lap race. So that race is actually pretty short. So it's going to be fun to go there and watch that. If you guys haven't checked out Red Light Racing, make sure you check them out. Put on good races for a Scrambler Series. Very clean league. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we'll be back with Go Fast Racing League. December 1st, we'll be wrapping up their season as a remake or makeup race on December 1st at 9:55. So that is next Friday. We'll be back with them guys for the championship. They had to do a makeup race, and it should be fun. Pace car pulls in, green flag is out. And there's a checkup in that bottom row. I just seen it stack up from about 12th. We'll say about 12th back. For third, here comes James Curl. How about James? Some fresh tires starting to pay off just a little bit. He's only got about 5 lap fresher tires, and it's not very much. And honestly, a lot of that is because of caution. And the 35, we just kept the 23 a break. Ooh, these guys are going hard right now. James Crow really fighting in traffic. He does get around for third place. Takes over that third spot from Trey Hoover. Now focusing on Jim Ott up in second, who is all in the back of the 82 car for the top spot. Couple cars blinking throughout the field. And the 3 will slide up in front. This is going to get bad. Nope. And the 3, Jibot takes over at top spot. We see him being pretty aggressive early on so far. It shouldn't be much of a surprise. Basically, if you guys kind of want an example of this track, if you know anything about dirt racing, that's basically what this is. You're basically doing the slide jobs on guys. It's not the cleanest move. It sometimes don't work. We've seen it already. But that is the way to put passes. Oh, the 3's going to get loose. And wow, what a save by Jim Ott. And he only loses a couple spots. He's going to fall back now as the other cars coming up. Now back to 7th, but what a save. Let's look at this again. Woo! Great save by that number 3 car. As another caution comes out on track. And it looks like the 44's around. Adam Novak. I think he just got loose on turn 2. This is what we see a lot of in practice. Cars get loose. That is it. Did anybody get collected? No. So a single car spin coming off turn 2. Will pit road be open this time? It will. Ooh. That was close. And we got takers. We almost had guys hit these barrels last time. We got to keep an eye on that. Everybody should come down pit road this time, I would guess. Oh, this is going to get bad. Ooh. Wow. Guys not giving each other a lot of room. Here they come. Oh, the 90 missed his pit box. He had to back up. Luckily, it's still early on in the race. He can recover from that. He's not going to lose too many spots. Don't want to do that late in the race. 82, 21. 35, 90, 23, 75, 3 is your race off pit road. Be back right after this message once again. Welcome back to Homestead, Miami. As up front, Danny Rogers and Justin Spears stay out on old tires. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest, I do not like the call. 11 laps versus 2 laps. Well, we'll just call it 8 laps versus no laps. So, you want to find out how big tire fall off is, you're about to see it, because these guys may be in the bad end of the deal. Still too early to gamble. I understand you want to win some cash, but it's still way too early to do that. We're still well over 60 laps to go. We got 73 to be exact. There's your race summary, by the way. I don't like it. It's just my opinion. I don't like the call. I think that I understand if it's like 10 laps to go, and you can try it, but okay. Well, this just messed up the whole restart. Green flag's out, and this is gonna get weird. I don't know what happened with the 7. He's already back now. 10. Here's the difference in old and fresh tires. As caution, I think, was manually thrown, by the way. No, we got a car around. Brady Briggs. Let's see what happened. He had help. 74 gets into the quarter panel. Around he goes, and a 17 nowhere to go. Once again, from the blimp view. Looks like everybody else made it through. I swear, CJ Gates may be the luckiest person ever, though. He's missed all these wrecks somehow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Now, he's been involved in a couple. I ain't gonna lie. He's got in the wall by himself. Watch this. Woo! That was close. So they stay out once again. Well, I said I didn't like the call, but Danny Rogers making it work by going early. That's one way to do it. And I hope it works for him, but I still don't like the call staying out. But, you know, that's me. It's just the way I am. I'm giving 4 fresh tires every time, and I'm happy. It's also why I probably haven't won a ton of races yet either. Who's y'all's guys? Who do y'all pick to win this race? Honestly, who is in your mind that will win this race? We usually give our picks at the start of every race. I think James Curl's the guy to beat. That's just me. That's who I think's going to win it. We see him fast in practice. He qualified first. I think it's hard to bet against him. And with his I rating, I think it makes it even harder to bet against somebody with 7,000 I rating. Let's be honest. But I mean, who do y'all think can do it? Who do you think the top 3 will be? Remember, the top 3 gets payouts. See, I'm okay, I think, with James winning, but the second and third spot, I do not know. Like, I'm sitting here looking. The 90 kind of stands out, and so does the 3 of Jim Ott. But the 82 has been super fast as well all night. The fastest lap of the race right now is still, though, James Curl. So I'm just going to say James Curl. I'm going to go with Daniel Fockingham to finish second. And then my third win, I'll just go with Jim Ott. Gosh, that's tough. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. And I don't have favorites in this league because I really don't know none of them. I've only broadcasted a couple of them. Adam Maddox, I broadcasted him. Brady Briggs, I broadcasted. Chris Stump, I broadcasted, who sits 4th right now. Chris Gutierrez, I broadcasted a couple times before in the past. I've raced with him before. So I don't really know. You know, I had no dog really in the fight. So I'm just going by what I see on live timing and stuff like that, and how fast they're moving up through the field and all that stuff. But we see Danny Rogers be fast when he's on fresh tires. I don't, like I said, I don't like the idea of staying out on no tires. So I think that could hurt him. But if we keep getting these cautions, it's going to help him. I mean, they'll just come back down and get fresh tires. He'll be good to go. I mean, we're only, I think we just passed halfway, correct? Yeah, we're past halfway now. Well, we're almost halfway. About 2 laps will be halfway, or a lap will be halfway. Let's see if, let's hop on board here. Let's hop on board with 4th place. I'm sorry, let's hop on board with 3rd place. James Curl, who will be starting 3rd. I want to hop on board here with this restart. And I want to leave the RPMs up, and I want to listen to him get through the gears to see if there's any wheel spin or anything like that. If I jumped early last time, so I'd expect him to do it again this time as well. You see him tightening up. Pace car pulls, or now going to hit pit road. There we go. Green flag. And it looks like James definitely going to take over second from Daniel. They're side by side right now. We have a car off in the grass. I don't know who that is. And he is flipping, and I don't think that's what caused a caution. No caution for the 23. He's still sitting there. And he had to get towed back. So that's going to end Peter's nut. Peter Norquay for the lead. The 82 underneath the 5. The 5's doing a good job on them older tires, though. I will say that. I'm actually surprised it's doing that good. That was a big gamble. And he may go up a little too wide here, though. That may be the older tires coming into play. And he will lose the lead now, trying to hold on to second. James Kroll underneath him. And James takes away second. What a run from that 21. He actually had to get out of the gas lot to get back to the 82. CJ Gates starting to work his way back up, now up to 12th. We'll keep an eye on him because I know somebody in here is their dad, so I want to try to keep an eye on them for them as well. Gutierrez back up to 8th. He was actually a lap down. Remember, he started in, I think, 15th. He was second fastest in practice. Done a good job so far, though. That 36 car. He could be a factor before the end of this race as well. Up front for the lead. See the car on access road. That is that is Peter Norquay coming back out now, 2 laps down, I believe. Make that 3 laps down. Here comes the 21. James Kroll underneath for the top spot. Across the start-finish line. Daniel leads that lap. And now James has a whole car length out in front. Takes over the top spot. Here on lap 72. CJ Gates takes over 11th. He's trying to hold on to that spot. Right behind him is the 39 of Britt Bridgers and the 75 of Waylon McConnell. CJ faster than both of them guys that time. CJ's actually looking pretty fast here. He's that last time by, he was actually one of the fastest in the field. We'll see if he can make up some more time. He's done a pretty good job on running down some of these cars. Next one he's trying to get is Dylan up in the 31. Dylan started in 16th place. He's done a good job. Currently running in the 10th spot. CJ Gates trying to hold off 75. Well, don't know if that's going to happen. Waylon McConnell takes over that spot. CJ falls back to 12th. Kenneth McConnell on the back of Trey Hoovler and Chris Gutierrez up there as well. Chris going to that higher line. He's going to get a big run coming out of this corner. Let's see which way he's going to go. To the inside now on the back stretch. He is to the inside of the 27. No. Here comes that 23. Now remember, he just wrecked. He's like 3 laps down, but you can see what fresh tires will do. Ooh, Gutierrez blinked there a little bit. Still blinking. But you can see what fresh tires will do. If I'm Gutierrez, I think I'm going to follow that 23 if I can. He may open up some doors for you, and you may have a chance. Kenneth McClellan Jr. on the inside of Trey Hoovler. And it looks like 27 of Kenneth may be able to take this spot away. And he does. He's going to slide up in front of that car, slide job. There you go. Looks like he's going to be able to hold that spot. Danny Rogers, Jim Mott. Danny's falling back a little bit here on them older tires. Back to 5th now. Doesn't fall back too far though. We're going to have to see these guys on pit road. And honestly, this could be a stretch, but if they could stretch it to lap, I want to say 95, which is about 15 laps from where they're at now. That would definitely give them enough guys to make it to the end. But it should be good by 3 or 4 laps if they can make it to lap 35. Here comes Kenneth, looking underneath Daddy for 4th. Oh, almost some contact. Now these are 3 different sets of tires. You got the 23 out there, is 2 laps down, with way fresher tires. You got the 27 out there with 22 lap tires, and Danny Rogers with 31 lap tires. So 3 different tire combinations here. And honestly, it should favor the 23 more than any of them. But he's got to be really patient. I mean, he's a lap down right now. So you got to be a little bit patient. There you go. This may be what he needs to try to get her up under these guys. But Kenneth's going to take over the top 5 spot. Looks like, whoop, sorry about that, guys. Looks like he does. Big group behind these guys. This is Wesley Whitfield leading this group into 74. You got the 11, Brett Elmore, Brett Bridges, Jason Connell, John Peterson. Here comes the 39, 3 wide. This could get ugly fast. The wreck happens. This is where it's going to happen at. We are 3 wide, 2 rows deep. I feel like I'm watching Daytona. That gets settled out pretty fast though. And I'm looking. See if any of these guys are a lap down. I don't think so. I think we only got 1 car a lap down. That is Peter Norquay in the 23. He's 3 laps down at the moment. Oh, we got one in the wall. 74 in the wall. He's got a lot of damage on that car. He's back in the wall. This is going to be a caution. There's your damage on that car, and that car is toast. See what happened. The 11, yeah, 11 just came up on him, put him in the wall. The 74 couldn't hold it up there, came back down to the 44. And Adam Novak just nowhere to go. Just minding his own. That was a little daring by that 11 car though. That was a little gutsy. He didn't really, I don't know, that was a little gutsy. Anyway, here we're going to be open. keep your eye on them barrels. We've almost seen about 4 cars hit them. And, ooh, that 31 better slow down. Oh, 39 almost got him that time. Somebody's going to hit him before it's over with. The question is going to be, can they make it from here? I don't know. 47 laps, that's a lot. Well, being at about 44, you better start saving. Race off pit road. Daniel Falkingham, sorry, my bad, guys. That sounded funny. Daniel Falkingham, second. James Curl, Chris Stump, Jim Ott, Kenneth McConnell, your top 5. Be right back right after this. We're back here at Homestead, iRacing Weekend Warriors. This is the iRacing World 200. We are 89 laps into this race. There's your current leader up front. Daniel Falkingham has led 26 laps. And honestly, he's done a good job. James Curl's been the guy to beat. We've seen that already. And honestly, the first pit box hasn't really helped him. He's got 50 laps left, but Daniel's done a good job on pit road getting in and out. I mean, if you go and look at the pit stop times, you can see it right here. Falkingham with 13:23 and James Curl with a 14:83. So 14:23 to 14:83. It's almost a second difference. Actually, over a second difference on pit road. Danny Rogers, a good stop. So Danny actually that did work out pretty good for Danny, honestly. He only lost 6 spots from them older tires, and he's up in 7th, so good for him. Looks like the pace lights are back on. We're going to go around one more time at least. So just to let you all know, the top 10, Falkingham in the 82, James Curl will be starting alongside him. And row number 2, we got the 35, Chris Stump, Jim Ott, Trey Hoofler, Kenneth McCollum Jr., Danny Rogers, Chris Gutierrez is in that mix. Row number 4, Danny Rogers, Jamie Christensen. Actually, hold on, I apologize. Row number 5, we got CJ Gates and Jamie Christensen. There we go. And Danny Rogers and Chris Gutierrez is in row number 4. So CJ's actually made up some ground on pit stops as well. He had a 14.4 second stop, which picked up, I believe, 2 spots for him. I mean, Jamie's done a good job. 13.8 for him, so he picked up a couple spots. Here we go. What do we got? 43 laps left, I think. Coming to 43 to go. Yeah, this could be a field mileage race. I still think we've got to stop one more time for field mileage if we stay green. Pace car pulls in. The green flag is out. We're off to racing here at Homestead, Miami, and there's a battle going on for second. James Curl, Jim. James has a little bit of trouble on these restarts. I've noticed that. But he always gets a good run on turn, too. Let's see if he does it again. And these guys behind him going all out. And yeah, he does pull off in the second now. Chris Stump, battling 27. Kenneth McCullough Jr. Stump's done a good job. Started in 5th, currently 4th. He's been up there pretty much all night. Just got to get that track position, put himself in a chance to win this race. Trying to hold back this 5 and this 27. You can watch Chris here on Wednesday nights. As he does clear the 27 now. Danny Rogers trying to move up a couple spots. He actually restarted back at 7th. Now up to 5th as he passes McCollum. You got CJ Gates trying to run out Chris Gutierrez for 8th place. There's Gutierrez in a 36. There's CJ Gates. We got a car in the wall. Oh, we got a car that's blown up to 31. Well off pace. Oh, yeah, he got the wall good. But it's Dylan. He was actually having a solid run earlier on in this race. And unfortunately, it looks like that may end his knot. As he's trying to get around the back down the pit road. Should be able to make it without throwing a yellow. Here comes James Curl. And Curl side by side with the top spot. Getting ready to go down in the turn 1. Will he be able to clear him here? Looks like he's got a run. And yes, he will slide up in front of that 82 car. James Curl back out front. You know, if we get a late race caution, though, that could change a lot of strategy for these guys. They know what's on the line, and they're well aware of what's on the line. CJ Gates actually falling back a little bit. He may have got a little loose, falling back to 11th. As 17 and 93 both pass him. Jump back up front to 3rd for just a moment. As Jim Mott has run down the 82. Now remember, we've seen this 3 be aggressive early. Will he do it again? And will the 82 coach flat? If I'm going to be aggressive, now's the time to start thinking about it, that's for sure. Looks like that's going to balance out. So we'll jump back to this once again. CJ Gates trying to get around the 75. Actually, 75 trying to get around CJ Gates. And, oh, almost contact. Crossover. Here comes the 13 to the inside of Waylon McConnell. Not going to get there. Jamie Christians was falling back quite a bit in that 88 car. He was actually in the top 10 a few moments ago. Windsor Windows and Doors Chevrolet. The Exalted Chevrolet of the number 82. Buckingham trying to hold on a second. Here comes the run from Jim Ott. And at 35, Chris Stump's starting to get a run as well. And we got a car that is running the grass on the bottom side of the track. That is Brett Elmore, I think that was down there. Yep, he went around. And it was off the racing surface as the leaders went by, so no caution comes out. And a battle for second still heating up. This is actually 4 cars involved in this. The 82, the 3, the 35, and the 27. This is money right here in front of these 2 guys, especially the 35 and 27. They're on the outside looking in. 27 getting a run on Chris Stump to the inside. We'll see if that low line will be able to work. I don't know. As we come out of turn 2. He's still there. Nope, does not work. The high line's starting to work in a little bit more. Comes up 35 once again. Now see, you dive to the inside trying to get a run underneath them, but you really got to be side by side exit a turn and then get them in the next corner. So tough to pass. You can see right here, watch the momentum from this 3 car. As he tries to work, it's going to go away just a little bit. This may actually help Chris Stump if he can stay on the high side of Jim Ott. With the higher line momentum out, it should help Chris, and it looks like it's going to a little bit there, and yes, it will. And now the 35 dives to the inside of the second place. That ain't going to work out, I don't think. It should actually help the 3 back. Well, he's got a gap. I don't know. We may have a chance here for Chris. He's still side by side as we get ready to go down to the 3 and 4. Chris Stump will take over. He's got to slide up in front. Takes over second place. No, he's just got to hold that spot. Try to run down this leader, who's out by 1.2 seconds. Yeah, I think we're going to have to come back down pit road. I don't think these guys are going to be able to go another however many laps it is. 28 laps. I just don't see us going that many laps on a set of tires. We've been out there now 19 laps. So that would be very surprising if we stay out there that long. If it's me, I'm coming in around lap 115 or so. Yeah, 115 sounds really good. For 3rd place, Jim Ott. To the inside of the 82. Not going to happen just yet. Let's see, can he get there? This may open the door for the 27. And the 90 as well. Now, if Jim can stay on the 82's door, he will be able to clear him. Should be able to clear him, go down into 1 and 2. Will he be able to clear him? He does got him out front. No, not just yet. He should be able to get him in 3 and 4 now, as they stay side by side. Yes, he cleared him that time. He's got to slide up in front of him. There you go. Jim Ott moves into 3rd. Here comes the 27 as well. he's going to try to do the same thing. He got a big one. He may be able to clear him here at the exit. There's not really anywhere for him to slide into, though, because the 3 is still there. Now he can slide in if he chooses to. He's looking to take over 3rd. We're seeing the 82 fall back. Now the 90 of Trey Hugler underneath the 82. $24 to go. Make that 23 to go once our leader hits the line. Here he comes. Cross the start-finish line. James Curl, who's been out front a lot of this race. 65 laps. Done a good job. 32 seconds last time by. And honestly, though, I'll say that this guy right here is faster than our leader at the moment. Can he run him down? 1.7 back. He does got time to run him down if he can. 32.402 last time to a 32.447 for James. Don't need a caution, though. That's one thing Chris probably does not want. That time by, however, James Curl the fastest. The battle for 3rd spot's really been pretty close. That's money right there in front of Jim Ott. And I mean, that's money he's paid for. He's trying to win some money out of this race. And he's got a chance. It's literally 2/10 in front of you. Meanwhile, everybody else behind these guys is pretty much separated. This right here is the closest battle we got on the track throughout the field. Here comes that number 90 car looking underneath Jim Ott for 4th place. So Chris Stump has found something. He's been picking up a little bit of time on the leader. He loses a little bit in 3 and 4, but it seems like he's a little bit faster than our leader at the moment. Check the times at the line this time. Yes, he was a little bit faster, not much. 32.570 for Chris Stump, a 32.573 for James Curl. Now the question is going to be, if these guys have to pit road, you want to be the first on pit road, in my personal opinion. We've seen a race one like that back in the championship in the Go Fast League, in the Truck Series. I think you got to be the first on pit road. Take it while you can. And me personally, I would have done it, or I would be getting ready to do it here with the next 4 laps. Chris Stump, Kenneth McCollum Jr., the top 3. And that time, James Curl really a lot faster, almost a 10th faster last time by. Kenneth McCollum was faster than 2nd place. We'll see if that gap closes up a little bit. If it does, we'll go right back to it. We do got a lap car coming up here. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to catch him. It is a 31. Dylan, see him there. Shouldn't honestly be much of a problem. I think Dylan's actually running fairly quick. Yeah, he's running pretty good lap time, so shouldn't be a problem. You never know. if I'm somebody that's back a little bit further, if I'm Chris Gutierrez, Danny Roberts, Daniel Falkingham now, I'm hitting pit road now. I'm going to go ahead and do it because it's a money race. You're here to finish top 3. So you got to try something. Nothing's going to happen to the guys in front of you. It don't look like. They're all 3 very fast. You know, these 2 guys right here, Jim Ott, Trey Hoover, I kind of understand. But I think from 82 back, I would go ahead and hit pit road. Fresh tires are going to mean that much. And you're going to gain a lot of time. And possibly take off with top 3. You never know. I mean, we've been 32 laps on this run. It's the longest run we've had, I think, of the night. And the lap times are now almost 3 seconds. Well, 2 seconds right now. You know, right at 2 seconds of your fastest time all night. So, if you get fresh tires, you're going to be 2 seconds faster than the field for at least 4 or 5 laps. So take it. And it should draw everybody else on the pit road, I would think. But these guys may not even pit. I don't know. Heck, maybe they don't have to. Chris Stubbs losing a little bit of ground here to 3rd place. Kenneth McCollum Jr. starting to close the gap up some to the 35. Last time by, it was Chris Stubbs a little bit faster, but he's only out by 8/10 right now over 3rd place. And remember when I said lap cars? We got lap cars. We got cars that has been on pit road, I believe. Oh, I lied. That was about lap cars. I apologize. The last time that these guys pitted, James Kroll last pitted on lap 86. I will say that on lap 98, Brett Elmore was on pit road, which we seen him go around. That's why he was on pit road. Now, Chris Stupp was about 2/10, or about 10.5 faster that time than James Kroll, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time. This could come down to a field mileage race too. I don't hear nobody who's saving though. Riding on board with the 82. See if he's saving it all. Yeah, I don't think so. Battle for 4th. Jim Ott trying to hold off the number 90. Remember, guys, we're going to talk to our top 3 at the end of this race, as long as they're in the Discord channel. Whoa, that was weird. They went inside of each other. Once again, here comes that number 3 car. All on the back bumper. Of his is the 90, Trey Hoover. Oh, the 3 goes around. That may bring out a caution. And this is going to get exciting. But the 3 of Jim Mott goes around. Let's see what happened. Was there contact? Or did 3 just get loose coming off the corner? He goes wide. 90 had a run, and oh yeah, he got him. Tagged him right in the bumper. 90 sends Jim out around. I'm sure Jim's probably not too happy with that one. So the race will not be over. We are going to go back green. Now, this could be big for a lot of guys. If you're here for money, take 2. Do whatever you can to stay out in front of these guys. You never know. You take 2 and a caution comes out behind you, you win. Really, James Curl's kind of in a, you know, no-take zone here. What's he going to do? Everybody looks like they could come in. I figured they would do the opposite of what the leader did, but they will not. We may have one car stay out. No, that's the 23. Oh, the 21 pulls off a track. What? Okay. James Curl stays out. That's interesting. Very interesting. The 90 missed his pit box. Remember I said it could cost you the race? Well, he missed it 2 times this race, and now he's going to lose a couple spots. Done and away. The 82. Man, well, this just got shaken up. CJ Gates stays out as well. Up in 3rd place. Eesh. What's going to happen? Daniel Falkingham only took 2 tires. Chris Stump with 4 tires. You got to kind of favor Chris a little bit on this one. The 4-tire stop could be huge. Man, I don't know. I mean, you're giving up 2 seconds a lap to fresher tires. James Curl may have just cost himself some money and a big win here in Homestead. I think I would have hit it. I understand why Tommy and CJ did it. I completely understand that. They was a little bit further back. I completely understand that. James, I'm not so sure about. Now, if a caution was to come out early, hey, you're good to go. We're going to have, this is going to be a 2-lap shootout, I think. That's plenty of time for some of these guys to drive around. But there's going to be a lot of aggressive moves made. And some of these guys could be in the right spot at the right time. The person that's got me worried the most is the 17. Because he's going to be starting on the high side. He won't know exactly when James is going. It could be wheel spin. This is going to be fun. So your top 5, James Curl, Tommy Hayes, CJ Gates, Daniel Falkingham, and Chris Stump. The first one on fresh tires is the 82 in 4th place, but he only took 2. Chris Stump is in 5th. He took 4. Danny Rogers, 6th. He took 4. Chris Gutierrez, 7th. He took 4. And then Trey Hoovler, who missed his pit box, took 4 as well. I got a bad feeling about this restart. So the pace lights are off, it looks like. As we are doubling them up here in turn 1. Somebody's about to be very mad or very happy. When there's money on the line, you got to go for everything you can. It does not pay out for 4th place and on back. It pays out for the top 3 spots, and we're going to have 2 laps to go. James Curl hold off the rest of this field on 44 lap old tires. Can the 17 and 13 do it as well? We're going to see 3 wide. Watch. Going into turn 1, 3 wide. Pace car pulls in. Green flag's out, and there's wheel spin. There they go. Caution's out. That's race. And it looks like, I don't know who won, but if it shows right, then a 17 could be your winner. I'm showing the 21 up front. This is all got to cycle through. Let's get a restart. I knew tire spin would be big. Watch this. Tire spin. Where did it come from? 21. 13 got it as well. Wow. Okay. And the whole field wrecks. And if it all plays out like I'm seeing, the 90 of Trey Hoover, who restarted 8th. And we're waiting to see. And here comes some mad drivers now up through the field. And I think that might do it. Oh, wait, the 5 is going around. We're trying to get it sorted out. I don't really know if how it works with the rules and stuff. There comes the 13. Who's getting back in line, and it's showing him in 3rd. Which, if it does, waiting to get confirmation, guys. This is weird. Final lap is out. This is the white flag lap, by the way. But we're doubling back up for some odd reason. I wonder if we're going to race it to the end. So as it sits right now, James Carl, Tommy Hayes, and CJ Gates looks to be your top 3. Which is absolutely huge. But you got to kind of wonder if they're the cause of the caution. I don't know. I will find out though. And then a 5 goes around, and it's showing Danny Rogers now in 3rd. So the race is over, and James Curl is going to be your winner. And I will find out the rest of the field here in just a moment. I just messaged the admin. That's interesting. So James Curl is going to pick up the win here in Homestead, Miami. 87 laps led, and it's going to be curious on who. It looks like it's going to be possibly the 21-17 of 5, but I need to make sure. As James Curl will burn the house down here in Homestead here in just a moment. We're going to talk to him. Move him down. Hey, James, it's Adam and TRN. You got me?
Yeah, one moment, I can't hear you. I gotta mute these guys.
Okay.
Alright, I got a copy.
All right, buddy. 87 laps led. This was a fun one. It was definitely difficult. We seen you have a little bit of trouble on exiting pit road. You would give up a couple spots or here and there, but honestly, you was the class of the field tonight. What was the biggest challenge you faced? You come out here and pretty much dominate.
By far, it had to have been pit road. I'm not sure what was happening with the guys down there, but kept getting slow pit stops and losing spots on pit road. Having to battle back. I made a bad strategy call. Thought pitting after 2-3 laps was going to matter more than it did. But got caught back in traffic. It took me a while to get back up front, but all in all, I'm just lucky that last caution came out right before I guess they delayed green for whatever reason. But yeah, it was going to be a fight there at the end.
I mentioned before this race was started that the race will be won and lost on pit road. Well, it kind of came down to that. You chose to stay out. That's a difficult call, man, because everybody else pretty much, for the most part, behind you. But that was the winning call. You stayed out and the race. What was the thought process? What made you decide to stay out on that last start?
Well, I've had a lot of experience racing the big series like NIS and the iRacing Pro Series that's going on this season, and basically, if it's within 10 to go, you just don't pit. I mean, you just don't do it, and that's the call I made. Either way, you're gonna get caught on the bad end. If you pit, then everybody stays out. If you stay out, everybody pits. So you just got to take it and run with it.
Well, it worked out good for you. 87 laps later, you also got the pole. You also walk out of here with some money in your wallet, so that's always a good thing. To earn money racing sim racing game is always a good thing. So, good win tonight, man. Is there anybody you want to give shout outs to or anything like that?
Just paint scheme and Accelerator Motorsports. That's my short track team that I run with a few guys, and then OJ Dampier for making the paint scheme. That's about it.
All right, man. Good job, and hope to talk to you again soon. That was fun to watch you, and congratulations. That's a big win.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. That was the 21 of James Schroeder. Next up, we'll bring in Tommy Hayes, who finishes in second place tonight, and that was a good call by him. He didn't have much trouble on the tires.
Damn tires off and fucking about wrecked.
Hey, man. Hey, Tommy, you got me?
Yeah, 10-4, buddy.
Well, you made a big call. Let's be honest. I was surprised that you stayed out, but you had to do something a little bit different because you was not in the right strategy. Let's be honest. You wasn't in the top 5 or anything like that. You decided to stay out in that last restart. What was the thought process on deciding to stay out?
Well, I think I was running 18th, and it was going to be like a 2-lap shootout. So I just took my chance at it, and I knew one going to hold the boys back behind me, but I was thinking maybe it might be a caution before we got to turn 1, and that got me a better finish than we was going to be 18th.
Now, you're the only one on that restart that didn't get really tire spin, which is surprising. Everybody else around you got tire spin. I don't really know how you didn't get it, to be honest, but this is a tough place to race, man. In your mind, what makes this place so tough? I mean, pit road, let's be honest, that's where we seen this race won and lost tonight because some guys pitted, some guys didn't. What makes this place so tough?
Well, the one thing, the track temp was like 106 degrees, so it was no grip out there at all. I mean, you just had to save your right front and hope for the best.
And for people that don't know, you can see Tommy race on Wednesdays, the Sim Racing Short Trackers. He races there with them guys as well. Man, you won some money tonight, second place finish. That's got to be kind of exciting to win some money off of Sim Racing video games, so that's always a good thing. Anybody you want to give shout outs to? That was a big call, by the way, and congratulations, second place.
I give a shout out to my teammates, Trey Hoovler, Chris Stump, Jamie Christian. We all stayed pretty tight. Like I said, I felt like Chris or Trey would have been the ones to the winner tonight, but like I said, I just took my chance and see what would happen, and I guess I come home second.
Hey, take it any way you can get it, man. That's racing. Congratulations, man. Seriously, that's big finish, and congratulations on second place. And we'll talk to you Wednesday.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it.
Next up, let's bring in Danny Rogers, who finishes in 5th. Is he in TeamSpeak? He is not. So that is going to do it for us tonight, guys. Here's your results on the page. You got to give it up for the top 3 guys, though. What a call. CJ Gates does finish in 4th place, 1 spot short, which is kind of weird. I think that was because of where he spun into the 5 car, and it gives the 5 the spot. So I don't know. But there you go. My thoughts on the race. for my first time ever broadcasting, I mean, it's Homestead. Tough place to pass. Always very tough. 8 cautions, 35 laps. 13 lead changes, though. We seen an exciting finish. I would like to see that finish under green. I would like to see what happened, but that's racing for you. So, yeah, guys, make sure y'all check these guys out. iRacing Weekend Warriors. You can check them out on Facebook and also iRacing World on Facebook. And then on December 9th, they'll be on Max Speed TV for the Toys for Tots. Thanks, everybody, again for watching. Hope everybody had a great night. And we'll talk to y'all Wednesday night when we go racing, or Monday night for Red Light Racing Series. Thanks again, guys. Talk to y'all soon.
Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. When this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day